Love, the eternal charade. Shalini was floating down the road in a dreamy pink and white lace dress, the sun streaming down on her brown glossy hair. She was oblivious to her surroundings, to the traffic on the road, the glaring sun, blaring horns and screeching brakes. All this was outside her. On the inside of her was a glow of well-being, as she had just topped in her final semester and was now a graduate from NIFT. Fashion designing had always been her focus in life, a much coveted and desirable position. She had done better than most in her batch of classmates, and in the time between the last semester, she knew she would be doing the right thing by taking up an internship and working with senior faculty in designing projects that would get her the adequate extra exposure that such a partnership afforded. She signed up with 2 lady professors, and her time and days were full of work and more work, hungry for more knowledge and ready to cut corners with meal times and family times. As for friends, that was an almost non-existent luxury she could not afford. Friendships have to be nurtured, and it takes an investment of time, energy and dedication to keep friends, a bonus she had long ago blocked off. She gradually had cocooned herself into becoming the proverbial bookworm. But as we all know, all work and no play makes Jack and Jill a dull boy or girl. The same thing was happening here, only Shalini was oblivious to everything except getting to where she dreamt to be, at the top in her profession. Like a flash, even the internship was coming to an end, and the family decided it was high time she got married, and the search for a suitable groom began. Many were the prospective suitor profiles given to her by mother once it had been approved by father, and Shalini diligently kept filing them away without even glancing at their faces or details, lest she be tempted into daydreaming about the future life with any of the selected few chosen by her parents. Then one day, her mother asked her to take a few days off, as some of the shortlisted suitors would be coming over to see her. And like most girls who immediately demur and shy away from the elders, to preen and prime herself before the mirror in sweet imagining, Shalini was almost matter-of-fact about the matter, as if it happened to be one of little or no significance. For to her it was like deciding what clothes or shoes to wear, a casual chore. Exasperated at her behavior, her mother started phoning a couple of her friends, only to find no one available. As explained earlier, friends had stopped being a priority in Shalini's life, and the sentiment evoked similar response. An assortment of ethnic outfits were brought and kept in her room by her mother, for the traditional custom of appearing before the boy and his family, for the first view of their prospective daughter-in-law. Shalini preferred to choose an outfit from her everyday apparel rather than the party wear chosen by mother. Her philosophy behind this was that if they wanted to see her, it would be better for them to have the true and unfussy look, the kind that would be portrayed in everyday living rather than that of a glamour girl as shown in television serials. Again, her thought processes had dictated her choice. According to the traditional custom of seeing the girl, which demands that she doll up and look her best, meant putting on a charade, a false illusion, which, when after wedding reality revealed her actual self without the frills and fancies, the boy and his people would feel cheated. It was in fact a protest against the entire system that made Shalini appear in a casual outfit of faded blue denims and a t-shirt. The story is to be continued in the next episode. Keep watching. Thank you.